Tulsa Public Schools, drum roll, Board of Education has voted to place a school bond measure on the upcoming ballot in April. Yay! Let's give it up for that. Last night, the board voted unanimously to ask voters in Tulsa to consider a $609 million investment in our future, in the next generation of Tulsans. The bond will be made up of 4 propositions focused on ensuring that our students have the best educational opportunities, facilities, and supports needed to thrive beyond high school. Not only does this package bring critical resources into our schools, but it does so without any increase in tax rates. I'm going to read that sentence again because I want to make sure we underline that. We will make these improvements without any increase in our tax rates. That's right. The 4 parts of the bond are crucial needs. We have student opportunities, safe learning environments, technology, and transportation. These 4 propositions are a response to what we've heard not only from our community, we've heard specifically from our students that they want all of these opportunities to be given to them. They want these post-secondary readiness opportunities, they want internships, and they want jobs, and they want all of these things, but there are some things we have to put in place in order for our students to actualize those requests and for those things to happen, like driver's education. Yay! That's right. Voters are going to be asked to consider these propositions coming up this spring. So April the 7th, put it in your phones, put it on your calendars. April the 7th, 2026 will be that day that we as Tulsans will stand up and say absolutely yes to our young people. We are going to go into those spaces and say we want the best for them. I'm joined today by members of our Board of Education, President Susan Lampkin and Vice President Calvin Moniz. Please wave so everyone can see who you are. Very appreciative of their leadership and our entire board on your dedication and hard work and commitment. Very specifically, our board leadership not only planned and organized alongside our district team, but they took themselves out into the community all over the city of Tulsa, getting feedback from various constituencies around our future strategic plan work as we plan to sunset pathways to opportunity, as well as feedback on bond and exactly what would we need from our community's input, and just having a listening ear and bringing that back to staff so that we know what decisions are best based on what Tulsans are asking for. I'd like to thank our Citizens Bond Committee. Again, these are volunteers who come together and they help us to codify these packages and make sure these propositions are appropriate and making sure that we are being responsible to what they are hearing from the community. So I want to thank all those individuals who have supported this process leading up to today. I also want to just do a little reflection back to our 2013 bond, that 2013, last bond, 2013 bond that we passed, in that we had a lot of community members that said to Tulsa Public Schools, absolutely we want to support Tulsans, so much so that they did support Tulsa Public Schools. As you can see, we're in a beautiful space that's as a result of our previous bond passage and Tulsans saying yes to Tulsa Public Schools. I also want to say within that process, there's a bond oversight committee who just ensures that all the amazing things that we set out to do, we're able to do. And so I just want to make sure that I acknowledge those individuals who raise their hand, volunteer their time to continue to support Tulsa Public Schools. In this beautiful space, I brought up this environment, but I must bring up the principal's name. Dr. Elton Sykes is amazing. I've known Dr. Sykes. Hey, Dr. Sykes. I've known Dr. Sykes for many, many years. He came to us as a first-year teacher when I was principal at McLean, and we've been connected ever since. So very proud of Dr. Sykes for your leadership, and thank you for allowing us to be in this beautiful space today. We believe strong schools mean a strong Tulsa. By investing in education, we are investing in long-term success of our neighborhoods and local economy. School bonds are critically important to funding the foundational pieces of what makes a school district work. We are grateful again to the citizens of Tulsa for considering these investments, for students, for educators, for all of us, and the long-term vitality of our city. Every child deserves safe, modern learning spaces. This bond ensures that our students have access to technology, science labs, and libraries that prepare them for the future. In Tulsa Public Schools, we are fortunate to have some of the most beautiful, architecturally significant buildings in the city. Think about Will Rogers High School and Council Oak Elementary, one of the oldest school buildings in the state. Or Lanier and Burroughs Elementary Schools, both celebrating centennials. While striking and historically significant our buildings are, they are aging. Many facilities no longer meet the needs of today's students. This bond will allow us to repair, modernize, and expand classrooms. This bond will provide vastly expanded learning opportunities for our students, especially as they begin to explore their futures beyond high school and what that's going to look like for them. We know how important it is for students to be connected, to feel connected to their learning environment, and have experiences that once they have received their core instruction in their classrooms, how do they then connect that to their future careers? I just want to say to each of our students who are standing behind me, the work that we do each and every day is a commitment to where we want to see you in your future. We know that by having a bond that speaks to investments in our buildings, additional supports in our academic curricula, making sure that you have all of the additional resources that you need, upgraded technology, again, driver's education, college and career readiness environments inside of your counseling offices, having a space to go outside of the building to actually go with your families to explore your careers and other opportunities. We know that we are setting you up for the optimal success, and we are committed to that for you so that you can actually thrive, and we know that you will. I also want to take a moment and acknowledge that as we are talking about resources for our students who participate in extracurricular activities, this bond will allow us to remove the barrier from many of our parents where it's just expensive sometimes to be in extracurricular activities. So we're excited about providing those opportunities for our students. So no matter what school you walk into, whether you go see a sporting event at Nathan Hale, or you're watching a sporting event at Booker T, or you're noticing how our students and recognizing our students at any of our middle schools, our students are dressed to impress, and all of their uniforms and everything is stellar and looking amazing. We have more information for you about the various propositions here and on our website. And we want to preview some of the materials that our families will soon be seeing related to the bond. We encourage you to learn more about what's included in the package and explore our website for more information, and we'll make sure that we have that available. I could talk all day about the benefits of these investments in our students, the resources for college and career counseling, driver's ed for high schools, investments in fine arts and athletics and engagement programs, safety features to protect against cyber threats and ensuring our buildings are safe and meet the needs of every student, library materials, special education resources, and so much more. We are here today in this beautiful multi-sports complex at Hale High School, which was completed, and thanks to the previous, actually 2021 bond. Look around, you can see how bond dollars are directly benefiting our young people. It's beautiful, yay. In this building alone, not only do we have the ability to practice for soccer, we got basketball. I played basketball, but don't tell anyone. I was decent. I played really good defense. We have volleyball. We have track. but we have a state-of-the-art training and sports medicine facility, which speaks to opportunities for our students beyond high school, allowing us to care for these athletes and provide career exposure to students interested in medicine and sports training. In addition, this facility is one of the largest, if not the largest, tornado shelters in Oklahoma. It can safely shelter more than 1,100 people to withstand severe weather events. This is what bond investments can do. Now, as excited as I get about these opportunities for our young people, our students and team members are our best advocates. We have a few of them here today to tell us about their experiences and why these investments mean so much. The bond package includes significant investments in career-connected learning, including internships and credentialing that offer students real-world experiences that prepare them for life beyond high school. I would like to introduce Victoria Timmons, a recent graduate of Memorial High School and current paraprofessional at Key Elementary, who happens to be the support staff member of the year, as she is a part of our Tulsa Public Schools team, and she knows that she has a job waiting for her as she completes her degree. All right, having said that, Ms. Timmons, please come up and share your story.
Hello, thank you guys. Well, my name is Victoria Timmons. I'm a paraprofessional at Key Elementary, and I'm a graduate of 2025 Memorial High School. Chargers, go Chargers, woo. Okay, so growing up, I always felt drawn to education as a career. I had wonderful teachers, and they truly inspired me. As a student at Memorial High School, I was able to participate in many activities and experiences. I pursued an internship through Tulsa Public Schools and was placed at Key Elementary. I fell in love with teaching, the school, and it solidified my decision to pursue a career in education. During my internship, I was given the opportunity to have real-life work experience and to see the behind scenes of what educators do every day. I made connections and learned valuable skills that set me up for what I am doing today. I love coming to work, waking up even when I don't want to, but knowing that I get to see the students that told me I am making an impact. For example, yesterday, one of my students drew a picture of me and he put BTE above me. And I was like, what does that mean? And then he said, it stands for best teacher ever. And that really touched my heart. I could not accomplish what I have without the connections I made during my internship. I was awarded Support Staff of the Year, and I do not believe I could have achieved that without getting the head start that I was given through this internship. In addition to my work at Key, I am currently a student at Tulsa Community College pursuing my associate's degree in early childhood education. When I heard that this bond package included a significant investment in internships and career experiences, I knew I wanted to share my story. These kinds of opportunities to experience different career options and receive training, experience, and credentials you need before you even leave high school are important. I use the things I learned every day. These experiences can change lives. There are so many students like me in high school and even the elementary school kids I work with today whose lives could be changed by the chances that I had. I am honored to be here today and share my story. Thank you, guys.
Victoria, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's an amazing testament to your hard work and dedication. It's an amazing testament to our school leaders who are embracing our young people deciding to go into education. And it speaks to the vitality of our career in education. So thank you so much. We appreciate that. And again, congratulations on your honor of being named Support Staff Member of the Year. You just got there. Wow. Thinking about career-connected learning experiences, I want to give two special shout-outs to two groups of students joining us here today. From right here at Hale High School, we have student participants of the Hale Culinary Pathway with us today. Wave to our culinary leadership. Students, we're so proud of you. You look great, you are great, and I heard your food is amazing. Yes. These high school students are part of an exciting program here at Hale that allows young people who are interested in pursuing careers in the culinary arts to gain valuable experience in the world of work, learning while they serve the community as members of the Hale's Kitchen Catering. And thanks to their teacher, Miss Landrum. Where's Miss Landrum? She's working with students. They're in there cooking. For allowing your students to be here today. Also joining us, members of the Webster Media Program. Yes. If you haven't, please wave. There we go. All right, Webster. Thank you all for being here and being an example of what your futures can consist of in the world of media, broadcast journalism, so fantastic, and communications. From a full-service studio to editing bays and more, these students are doing the actual hands-on work that many of us joining from the media do to earn a living. So Webster students, we're just so very proud of you. Thank you for coming over here to Hale. I love the fact that we have different schools representing in this space because it speaks to what the bond is going to continue to support. Again, our Webster students, they produce actual programming for their school and other outlets, and we couldn't be more excited on where we're going to go next with this as a result of our bond work. Thanks to their teacher, Dennis Burns. Mr. Burns, I know you're here. Thank you, Mr. Burns, for giving them time off inside, and we just appreciate you for being in representation as well to support your students. They would typically be doing right now inside Tulsa athletics, but instead of doing that, they are here with us, and so I appreciate you for allowing them to come and do this. And we are thrilled to have Markayla McKnight. Oh my gosh. First of all, she is so cute. Second of all, her name is Markayla. Third of all, she's an amazing fourth grader at Lewis and Clark. And fifth of all, she likes basketball. Okay, so having said that, I'm so super excited that we have Miss Markayla here. And I'm going to ask for Markayla to join me. She is here to tell us a little bit more about why investments in programs like music, fine arts, athletics, robotics, and other awesome learning programs are so important. And I know that again, Markayla would typically be at school in her classroom, so the fact that she's away from her school and coming and providing us this amazing conversation, we're so appreciative, Markayla. Thank you. And I also saw that your principal is here as well. Ms. Gregory is here, so we're just going to wave at Principal Gregory because we're so glad that she came from her school to be in support of you. So, having said that, I'm just going to turn it over to you, Markayla.
Hi, my name is Markayla, and I am here representing Lewis and Clark Bobcats. I am here for our music foundation to tell you guys about my favorite thing to play in music. My favorite thing to play in music is a trombone and a trumpet because when I play a trumpet, it makes this musical noise. And I love playing it because when I play it, my teacher gives me a 10. And when I get a 10, I get excited because that means I get to play it of my choice. And I love playing it.
Nice. I want to Okay, Markayla, I think you stole my show today. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I love how confident you are as a speaker and how passionate you are about playing music. So thank you. This bond package represents significant investments, as was stated by Markayla, in music and arts, STEAM and STEM and other programs that ignite the passion that we just heard about and excitement for our young people. And because we are here at one of Tulsa Public Schools' 9 comprehensive high schools, I want to be sure that I draw attention to what I think will be one of the most popular programs in this bond. And I've already kind of told you about it because we're so excited about it because our students asked us for this. driver's education. So some of us are seasoned enough, I won't say our age, I'll just say we've been around long enough, where we actually participated in driver's education programs. My age group, not Dr. Sykes. And so, having said that, I don't know how he learned how to drive. All right, so having said that, our students have said, we need help with this. Please help us get our actual driver's license. And so we are very excited. Some of you remember, again, driver's ed in high school curriculum. I know that many of our students raise their hand and want to be and will be a part of all of our activities, and we want to just remove any barrier for our students, so we're very excited about being responsive to what our students have asked of us. With this bond, not only can we bring back driver's ed, but we have the chance to increase other investments in transportation. The world of opportunities, whether they are, again, playing on the field or internships or even drone or debate competitions, just accessibility to more opportunities for our young people. As I bring up the term transportation, I do just want to remind everyone that this bond will allow us to buy even more vehicles to support our current transportation system. So pretty much we're expected to see a lot of our yellow buses, we see a lot of our blue buses. This bond will allow us to increase in other vehicles in order to get our students to internship opportunities, to different activities, speech and debate tournaments, and just different things that our students need to get to, so that we don't have any barriers to getting them there. So once again, the bond proposal was carefully designed to not increase in tax rates while maximizing benefits. Transparency and accountability will guide every step of the process. An independent citizens oversight committee will monitor spending to ensure funds are used exactly as promised. We encourage all community members to learn more about the bond measure, and most importantly, make your voice heard at the ballot box. The deadline for voter registration is March the 13th. The election will be held on April the 7th. My recommendation to you during the holiday break, when you're around family, you're visiting with friends, please tell them about the amazing work of Tulsa Public Schools. And oh yeah, by the way, April 7th is an important day. Make sure that they know that. Make sure that they know about April the 7th. It's an important day. That's my commercial. All right. Again, 4 propositions, 1 bright future, no tax rate increase. It's evident with the students behind me and all of our students in Tulsa Public Schools, all 33,000 plus of them, that they deserve it. Together, we can ensure that our children have the schools they deserve. As I close, again, I want to say thank you to various constituencies, and I won't name all of you, but I know that there's been some folks who are working very closely with us so that we can see success with our bond. I'm very appreciative of the leadership of Moises Echeverria. Thank you for the Foundation for Tulsa Schools for partnering, you and your team, partnering with us to make sure that we work collaboratively on work that matters so much to our young people. I also want to thank our leadership team in Tulsa Public Schools. I'm seeing Chief Sean Bergstresser, who locked arms with me to ensure that we did this most critical, important work leading up to our board making the decision on last night. And so many of you in the room, our communications team, Ms. Caroline Crouch, who ensures that we have amazing opportunities like this one today for media to be here to talk about this important work. It's life-changing for our students. So I just want to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk about this important work. I'll reserve any more of my comments, turn to my board president and vice president to ask if there are any remarks that you would like to make as we close and open it up for questions. Sure.
I think you covered it all, but and our students also, thank you for being here. I just wanted to thank not only our board for their support of this upcoming bond, but also the community and the committee, the citizen committee, and all the work that was put into it. But we really appreciate that we had feedback from the community, and then Team Tulsa was able to work on the bond and make sure that it met the needs of what the community wants for our students. But we are excited for the future of Tulsa Public Schools.
Thank you. I'd like to echo what Board President Lampkin said. Thank you to our fellow board members for voting yes to send this to our citizens. Very proud of this bond package and that it does not raise tax dollars and that 97% of it has been listed and designated. The state only requires 70%, so it's also a very transparent bond moving forward, and we look forward to April 7th. Thank you.
Thank you. Caroline, am I doing questions now? Yeah. Okay. Any questions of anyone? Yes, ma'am, Miss Lindsay.
Typically, Tulsa Public Schools has its bond elections on a standalone ballot. You mentioned the date multiple times, April 7th. However, there are 2 school board elections that day. Why pair it?
Well, I think that it's important that no matter what the work is that benefit our young people in order for them to get endless opportunities, we don't necessarily put a time frame on when it's best to do that. The time is now. And I think that it happened to fall on a day in which there are 2 elections for board seats. And so I think that it's great that people will come out. They'll come out to support not only Tulsa Public Schools and ensuring that we have a strong board, but then they're also going to come out to, at the same time, vote to ensure that their voices are heard about the upcoming bond. And so I think that it's a great day for Tulsans to come out in general. All things support Tulsa Public Schools.
At the state level, it's a new day. I mean, we've come through sort of a moment of a quagmire, and now it's time to rebuild. Is this bond proposal a part of the new rebuilding, and how will that work hand in hand at the state level with new blood at the state level?
I appreciate you bringing this up because I happen to have been acquainted recently and getting to know Superintendent Fields, who I feel like is a great breath of fresh air for our state in the area of education, and just listening to his priorities. I think that, knowing that his 3 priorities that he's articulated centers around literacy, which is a direct focus of Tulsa Public Schools, has been a focus for quite some time through our strategic plan and our work, ensuring that we recruit and retain the best teachers possible. We're doing that work in Tulsa Public Schools. This bond continues to show our teachers that we care about their learning spaces and that we want to provide our educators the best environments to teach within. And then also post-secondary opportunities is a focus at the state level, and it's been a focus for Tulsa Public Schools. This bond speaks to that. We've talked a lot about career, post-secondary opportunities, career pathways, ensuring that our counseling offices are centered around post-secondary opportunities for our young people, having a college and career center, planning center for families. All of that speaks to, I believe, the direction that the state is going, and Tulsa Public Schools will continue to do that work.
I know that there was some talk about the Mississippi plan. I mean, what is the plan here in Tulsa with this bond and with, I guess, a new sense of growth?
Yeah, so, lots of conversation is happening at the legislative level, a lot of research that's being done by various state officials regarding what are best practices across the nation. I applaud the work that Mississippi is doing. I think that it is important that we learn from districts that, have similar demographics, similar in size, similar in some of the challenges. And so I think the great thing about Tulsa Public Schools is that our data is showing that we are moving in the right direction, but I completely support the state being in collaboration with districts, so we're all on one accord regarding decisions and making sure that we are not doing different things across our entire state, but that we are moving in the right direction with support, with alignment, and with funding in order to see the change that we want to see. And so I do think that there are some things that are happening in Mississippi Public Schools that we can definitely glean from, but I also think, it's important that we congratulate our own educators and our own team members here who've been doing the really hard work. But now it's going to be even better that we get additional levels of support at the state level and the legislative level, which brings about strategy and funding and alignment.
Are there any contingencies if any of the propositions do happen to fail in April?
I know that whenever individuals go to vote, they do, as you're stating, they have the ability to, they are actually asked to vote on each of them. So there's 4. And so it is our hope, and I can't tell people exactly how to vote. I'm not I'm not up here to say that, but I am going to say that in the event that there are decisions made where we don't pass any of the propositions, or one may pass or another not,
You will meet tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the library to take your civics test. Christopher Fonseca, Mohammed Karami, Christopher Soriano.
all right, this is really important.
And Karami Wilson.
That's a graduation requirement.
You all will report to the library tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Great job, Dr.
Thank you.
Sykes. Get those students done so they can walk across that stage. Yeah. Dr. Counsel's like, that's right, get that civics test done. All right, I'm back. All right, so the 4 propositions. I'll just say this. In the event that we're not able to pass any of the propositions, it just directly affects our young people. I'm just going to be very honest. We're going to continue to do school, but there's going to be trade-offs that we'll have to make, because certain things in the propositions are things that we have to have in order to manage school. So for an example, we got to have HVAC. We have to have transportation. We're going to have to move forward with technology, because we use technology for instruction. We have to have textbooks. But we want up-to-date technology. We want up-to-date textbooks. We want to make sure our students actually get everything they deserve to get. In the event that we have to find dollars to do that in a different way, those dollars come from other funding sources like our general fund account. General fund account is how we actually pay teachers, we pay support staff members, we give increases in salaries because of cost of living adjustments, all those things. So we have to do unfortunate trade-offs. And it is my hope that Tulsans will see that we are poised to do right by a great bond package for our young people, and they will respond appropriately when they go out April the 7th.
So it sounds like the final civics test for Tulsans and for the parents is April the 7th?
April 7th, that's right. And speaking of that, last year, we had the ability to just get more of our 18-year-olds signed up to be registered voters. We're going to do that again. We want our 18-year-olds, our 17-year-olds to start learning even more about going and getting registered to vote. And all of that goes direct hand in hand with that civics test that they're required to take to graduate. And as 18-year-olds, we're not telling them how to vote. We just want them to go to the polls and participate and be a part of it. Absolutely.
Thank you all so much. And Dr. Sykes is willing to give tours if there's anybody who wants to go down and check out the soccer